Hi, I'm John Weeks, and this is the Standards Tech and Science Daily podcast. Coming up, did the moon influence the design of Stonehenge? But first, according to The Verge, game developers have been asked to ensure their games are compatible with Sony's leaked next console, the PS5 Pro, by later this year. Last month, YouTuber Moore's Law is Dead posted a video claiming they had access to a technical overview document for the PS5 Pro, codenamed Trinity, but the video has since been taken down, citing a copyright claim by Sony Interactive Entertainment. However, Insider Gaming claims that the document was legit, and the console is set to be 45% faster than the PS5, have custom machine learning architecture, and an AI accelerator. In simple terms, the PS5 Pro is set to be a lot faster at processing graphics than its predecessor, and more capable of upscaling content to resolutions up to 8K. Now, The Verge reports that test kits are available to developers, and Sony is expecting every game submitted to certification in August to be compatible with the PS5 Pro. According to Insider Gaming, it's thought the new console could be released around Christmas time this year. In the UK, creating a sexually explicit deepfake image will be made an offence under new legislation. It means anyone who creates a sexually explicit deepfake without consent will face a criminal record and an unlimited fine, and could even face jail if the image is shared more widely. The Ministry of Justice says the creation of a deepfake will be an offence irrespective of whether the creator intended to share it or not. The new offence will be introduced through an amendment to the controversial Criminal Justice Bill, which is still making its way through Parliament. Scientists say a meteorite that crashed into a field in Gloucestershire 3 years ago was smashed apart and rebuilt again and again during its brutal journey through space. Analysis of the Winchcombe meteorite shows that in its early days, the meteorite was an ice-bearing dry rock, but over millions of years, the ice melted into a ball of mud, which was repeatedly broken apart and reassembled. A team of international researchers collaborated on the study, which is published in the journal Meteoritics and Planetary Science, analysing mineral grains in the fragments of the meteorite using cutting-edge technology. Dr. Martin Suttle from the Open University said each grain is a tiny time capsule that, taken together, helps us build a remarkably clear view into the formation, reformation, and alteration that occurred over the course of millions of years. New seismic imaging of a glacier in the Antarctic, the size of Great Britain, has helped scientists better understand how it'll react to further global warming. A team of researchers used seismic imaging to map the area where the Thwaites Glacier sits on the bed, which is important because it affects how quickly the glacier will move and contributes to global sea level rise. The study revealed a varied landscape, alternating between relatively flat and smooth regions a few kilometres long, as well as more hilly regions tens to hundreds of metres high. The British Antarctic Survey said knowledge of the characteristics of the bed below the Thwaites Glacier has been the most important missing bit of information needed to improve predictions of how fast it will lose ice in the future. They said if the Thwaites Glacier collapsed, sea levels would rise by approximately 60 centimetres, devastating coastal regions. Coming up, some bad news for Fallout fans, and how the moon may have impacted the design of Stonehenge. Stay up to date with the latest tech and science news. Hit follow during the break. Welcome back. Now, some bad news for fans of the Fallout games. The planned London mod for Fallout 4, designed on a post-apocalyptic version of the UK capital, has been delayed indefinitely. It's because the Fallout 4 Next Gen update is due out just 2 days after the planned release of the London mod, which would cause compatibility issues. The upgrade would have let players explore the ruins of a future desolate London, but Team Folon, the voluntary group of developers who've been working on the mod, revealed in a YouTube video that some fixes are required and they can't provide a concrete release date. A study suggests pressure to lose weight as a teenager can have long-lasting effects on how a person perceives themselves as an adult. Academics, led by a team from the University of Bristol, found that adults who were bullied as a teen, or those who felt pressure to lose weight from family or the media, had the highest risk of internalized weight stigma. That's when people apply negative stereotypes to themselves, such as thinking they're less attractive, less competent, or less valuable as a person because of their weight. The study found that feeling pressure to lose weight from the media or family and weight-related teasing by family members as a teenager were all linked to higher levels of internalized weight stigma at age 31. And finally, we're all aware of how Stonehenge is linked to the sun at the summer and winter solstices. But now, experts are preparing to investigate whether the ancient stones are also linked to the moon. English Heritage and experts at 4 other leading institutions are set to investigate whether the landmark stones align with the moon during the upcoming major lunar standstill. The phenomenon occurs every 18.6 years, and during the standstill, the moon rises and sets at a place on the horizon that the sun never reaches. With the standstill happening so rarely, it's thought the event may have marked huge celebrations of religious, spiritual, and social significance in ancient times. You are up to date. Come back at 4 o'clock and search for the Standard Podcast for the latest news and analysis. We are back tomorrow afternoon at 1. See you then.